universe, what's up? It's Brandy619, you know who it is. And I'm going ahead and put this disclaimer out right here, out the gate. If you don't like when I'm on my videos, making my videos, and I'm driving and I'm talking, you can definitely find yourself some new business, period. Alright? Your comments and all of that is just a waste of your energy. You could be using that energy for something that's going to be edifying unto someone else or maybe yourself. But I'm just gonna be your message ain't even gonna get through. How about that? So anyway, here I am back touching on the Jasmine Island situation. She has since had a press conference, her and her lawyer. They've stated that they will be holding I should not be parking right here next to these damn baskets. That they will be holding the nightclub, opera nightclub, responsible because they failed to have, well, that night they only had 1/4 the amount of security that they should have had for that type of event at that venue. They're also, trying to say, why wouldn't you, maybe it's a rap concert, you don't care that much about our people, X, Y, and Z, right? Had there been enough security, there's some of the security would have noticed that she was extremely intoxicated. They would have noticed that she was being hauled off and taken away into an undisclosed part of the building, which happened to be the balcony or something like that. A few different things, okay? So, I've been following this case just like I follow quite a few intriguing cases, especially those ones that you like, oh, who did it? What? How did that? Oh, hey, oh, wait a minute, hold on, slow that video back, roll it back, let me see, enlarge it, let me see, okay, do something to the contrast, let me, you know what I'm saying? Okay, she wasn't in there. I love those kind. They just kind of pick my brain, but I also love those kind because it seems as though a lot of these whodunits right now are happening with our young people, okay? In their 20s. I don't know, what does they call it, that Generation X or something like that? I don't know. But, or maybe they're millennials. I don't know. But anyway, I did see first of all, I want to give a shout out to all Viral Access. That's Mike's channel. Y'all go check him out. He always come with the plug. He always analyzing some stuff. He was really killing it on the Kanika Jenkins situation, and then it got real hot. That got real hot. Even, with Zach TV, all that stuff just got real hot and just real crazy with that right there. He also is covering the Jasmine Island case, and he has been speaking to Dominic's lawyer. Had spoken to Dominic's lawyer, and then once they arrested him, no more talk. She shut him down personally on the answering machine. Okay, so he was not able to get back in contact with her, but of course she had to begin to come up with some. She had to start building the case as well to try to defend her client, right? So, Island has come out with her lawyer. She originally, as I understood it, did not want to press charges against Mr. Dominic, but she did want to press charges against the club for the reasons that I stated. She was allowed to speak after the attorney spoke. The attorney stated the reason why the phone hadn't fallen from her hand because it had a ring on it. The little ring clip that goes on the back of your phone that helps you can pop it out and your phone can stand up on this, you can watch or whatever. You can stand up on the side or whatever, or you can put it right here and hold your phone almost like a pop socket, but it's the ring one, and that's the reason why it didn't fall off her hand. But in one of the videos, I must say that not only was her hand in a position still holding the phone. However, again, the elbow was cocked at the joint. Like this, okay? It wasn't dangling down, okay? It was cocked at the joint. From Miss Vanna White's video that I see, her arm is there, cocked at the joint. You guys can go and check it out. Miss Vanna White she was on Mike's channel, All Viral Access, and, you know, he had interviewed her. He had also interviewed One Truth as well, but Vanna White is the one who literally was videotaping from the front, from a front view. She's the one who stated he effed her to sleep. Now, I want to say this before I get into what I recognized from that press conference. Vanna White has stated several times, okay? I don't know why it's so hard for you guys to get this through your head. It's almost like you want her to be the bad guy, as if she's the one who done something to Miss Island. She's not. She's literally telling you what she saw from her perspective. Just because you don't like what she's telling you, she saw from her perspective, meaning from that forward view where she was videotaping, okay? They were facing her, she was facing them, okay? Just because you don't like what she's saying to you regarding what she saw does not mean that she's against Miss Island, okay? Or that she's victim shaming, or whatever you guys in today's age want to call it. You know, all of you guys got some kind of issue sometime when people start just bringing up the raw, unadulterated truth. You know what I'm saying? You guys like to make things look a certain kind of way. And I'm going to touch on that with Miss Jasmine as a matter of fact, okay? Smoke and mirrors, appearances, okay? Now, no one is saying, at least I'm not saying, because I did see in Miss Vanna's video, and I've said this in my last video, where he put his hand, he went underneath behind her. Could we see what he was doing? No. They appear to be grinding of some sorts, okay? But when I take Miss Vanna's testimony, like she said, they appear to have been together, a couple. They have been grinding and whining on each other. She saw him behind grinding. She saw the girl in the front. Yes, she may have appeared to be asleep. And again, that's appearances and perception, okay? But because with that arm cocked up, holding that cell phone, okay? She said that she hears her moaning, and they appear to be two consenting adults on the dance floor, whether they're drunk or drugged. They're having a good time, and they both appear to be enjoying it. And she was like, dang, you know, he effed her to sleep. Now, some people want to jump on her because they're like, well, how could you say that and you didn't literally see a penis? Well, guess what? Unless she worked for Pornhub, okay, I don't see no regular person say, excuse me, sir, can you turn to the side a little bit so I can see the phallus entering the yoni? I need to see this, you know, in order to know that this is what's going on. That is not reality, okay? Anybody can see. It doesn't matter whether he took his fingers and he put them inside the yoni or whatever he was doing. Nobody is going to go around, unless you are an extreme perv, going to go around to get a better angle to see if it's actually entering and exiting, okay? Penetrating or not. Okay, that's ridiculous. So from her view of what she could see and what she was looking at, it appeared as if he had screwed her to sleep, okay? So keep up. All right? Jump up off of that lady. She's a grown woman. If she's seeing other grown people in the club doing their thing, it's not her business to interject. Now, had that girl been screaming or trying to push him off or saying no or doing any of that or looking uncomfortable, I'm sure she would have went and got some help. I'm sure she would have did whatever, X, Y, and Z. She even asked the girl throughout the night, hey, you okay? You know what I'm saying? Is everything okay? You know, she never asked for help, never said she was being raped, never nothing, okay? One Truth said the same thing. All right, so let's jump off of that. Let's jump up off of Vanna. Okay, she's telling you what she saw from her perspective. Y'all mad because she's telling you what she saw and it's not lining up with what you think she should be saying as far as, having some sort of sympathy for the victim. I'm sure she has sympathy. She says she has sympathy for the victim, but the thing is that she's stating what she saw, and it didn't appear that anything was out of order or out of pocket between the two of them based off of how they have been for the night. Okay? So, again, now I'm going to leave that alone. Now, what I actually wanted to talk about, somebody had the nerve to say that I was victim shaming, okay? Because I made a comment, wow, did she come on in her Sunday's best, okay? And I meant every bit of that, okay? Did she come on here in her Sunday's best, okay? And the reason why I said that is because she came on in a nice little blazer top, skirt, whatever. Her hair was black, pulled back in the low bun. She had on nice makeup for the event. You know what I'm saying? She appeared to be very put together. She appeared to be very wholesome. She appeared to be very modest. All those things that the public would want to see so that they can forget about all of the other stuff that was going on the night of the incident. Okay? So what it does is it gives you a different, now you're looking at it from a whole nother perspective. Now, again, we back to perspective, okay? Someone has either told her, or she knows, has the wherewithal to say, hey, I need to come in here with covered up and looking a particular kind of way, okay, in order for them to take me seriously. We want to make them forget about my entire ass and vagina hanging out all night, my boobs hanging out all night. We want them to forget, about the twerk contest after the alleged assaults. And again, I keep saying alleged assaults because if you have two people, now, mind you, don't get me wrong. I heard her in that second video when they were out on that balcony when her phone was still recording. I heard her say, "No, don't do that to me. No, stop. Stop." I did hear him say, "Shh." I did hear him say, "Baby, stop being so loud." You know what I'm saying? Maybe his judgment was clouded as well. Now, I'm not dismissing the other young girl who came out talking about she saved the pants from an incident that happened in September. I'm not dismissing that. However, I'm going to deal with this right here because this is on the forefront. So, and I also heard him say, okay, chill. Like, okay. This is not what you want then? Okay, chill. All right. Right? So, we hear that. No one's giving him credit. We don't hear him saying, bitch, shut up. You gonna give me this pussy? I don't like talking like that. But I have to be for real with you, okay? We don't hear that. We see them throughout the night dancing the whole time together, laughing, her hand on his head. He go to kiss her on the neck. She look like she liking it on her live, mind you. We hear her saying, "Oh, help me." According to the witnesses, they say this is where, she was kind of falling out or stumbling or whatever, and he was trying to help her and get her to a seat or whatever. Boo, right? Now, what incriminates him is that when he did come out and say something, he said he didn't do nothing. He just tried to put her over to the side or whatever, I would have to wonder if he as well was a little intoxicated or maybe had a little drink. Maybe he don't drink to get drunk, but maybe he was a little tipsy for him to not have recognized that Miss Vanna was recording him grinding behind Miss Jasmine. You know what I'm saying? When he did this. So, but again, back to the wholesomeness. That kind of threw me a little bit for a loop. And the reason why, maybe it didn't throw me for a loop, but I said, oh, here we go with the shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? Here we go with the shenanigans. We want to sue the club, and we want to talk about all the fault that the club had, but we don't want to talk about the fault that the other parties had. We don't want to talk about Jasmine's fault. We only want to talk about Dominic's fault, and we only want to talk about the club's fault. We want to talk about Vanna's fault. We want to talk about One Truth's fault. We want to talk about what was her friend that finally got there, and then later on in the car, that's what she was telling, that the guy tried to rape her. We want to talk about it being their fault because they didn't do nothing about it when the girl didn't even tell them until after the party was over, the tour contest, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's everybody's fault but the victims. And whenever you address the victims, it's like everybody else is wrong for doing it. These people want us to pretend we just gonna act like that didn't happen and we only want to focus on this. No, we don't. It's called cause and effect. These are things that lead up. Okay? These are things, if he thought that she was easy based off of her actions, he may have thought, hey, this was the easy one for me, and she want to get down with the get down too. Forgive me for thinking like a human. Okay? Before you can be an advocate for anything, you got to be a human. And you got to use some logic and some common sense. All right? So my thing is, if you were going to come out here and do a press conference, okay, I would have loved for you to come out and say, you know what? This is me. Come out with your half up and half down ponytail, okay? With your burgundy hair. Come out with your your tight dress or whatever. Come out in your Nike suit or whatever. Come out in your cornrows, or your butterfly braid. Come out with your bamboo earrings on. You understand? And your nose, your nose piercing. So you can let them know, hey, this is me. I'm a young rap. And that night I was turning up, I was having a good time, and I was literally letting it all hang out. However, at no point did I give this dude consent to put his hands in my vagina. Not once did I give this man consent to put his penis in my vagina. And what he did was he did it when I was at my weakest. And he was wrong. Come out being an advocate for all the other thoughts out here. And I don't even want to say thoughts out here. For the other little rats that just for the other young brides that just like to turn up and be loose. Because you know what? There's prostitutes out here that get beat up and they get raped all the time. And nobody pays it any mind because they're prostitutes. There are, again, young hood rats out here that like to be around dudes, like to kick it with dudes, like to turn up at the party, like to twerk, like to do all of this stuff and have all of this attention and everybody looking at them. But that don't mean, and they getting raped too, but that don't mean that they deserved it or that they asked for it. Because we all have to practice self-control. And when I say self-control, I mean not just the men out here, but the women too. But what we do expect is that everybody accepts responsibility for their actions as well, okay? But I would have loved to seen you come out here. This would have been your opportunity. Instead of trying to play the wholesome role, you should have stayed being yourself. Come out here authentic, okay? So we know you for real. Yes, this is me. I was turned up. It was my birthday. I had drinks. You know what I'm saying? But he was wilding. And he did not have permission from me. I wasn't even in the right state of mind to even begin to want to give a real conscious, even a little bit of conscious authorization. You understand what I'm saying? So for anybody that's tripping, talking about I'm victim shaming. I don't already been a victim, but I'm not a victim no more. I don't survive that. You know why? And one of the reasons why I was able to survive it is because I accepted my role and my part in how it happened and how I got there. And the things that I did that I should have not have done, that I knew I should not have done, or maybe I didn't know that I should not have done, but I should have been a little bit more cautious. Now, what I can tell you is this, okay? Because we not going to... Another thing I noticed is that society is quick to judge a bum, okay, on how that bum got there. That bum asked you for some money, you quick to talk about you ain't giving him no money because all you gonna do is go drink with it. You out there because you wanna be. You feel me? As soon as the gangbanger get popped out here, he gets smoked out here, he's a victim, but nobody sees him as a victim. They see him as a felon, a convict. They see him as a young lunatic. You know what I'm saying? Hide your purse, hide your kids, lock your doors, grab your pearls, hold your purse. You feel me? Okay, I'm back. That was my mom calling. I'm back. So, you know what I'm saying? Nobody, when it's the gangsters out here, they not victims. They are they're products of their environment. You know what I'm saying? No, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And I hate to even have to, I don't even know why I should even have to be having this conversation with you guys. Don't try to run that drag on me, because I'm not here for it. Okay? Now, do I think that if he did that to her and it was unwarranted, that he should not be in trouble? Absolutely he should. But I do think that the lines were very blurred that night. Now, I can't speak on the other young girl. She came with some pants from September, and not once did she call the police. Not once did she tell or make a report. Not once. So this is another thing that bothers me. Everybody want to come and get on the bandwagon after somebody else comes and does something, and they're like, oh, victims, they deal with it. They don't want to be the only one, and da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, why not? Hold on again, y'all. Okay, hello universe. So I'm back, okay? So I was interrupted. I had a few interruptions earlier, and so here I am in my office, my restroom. And I want to leave off or come back where I left off. So again, you know what I'm saying? We take deplorables, and we look at the things that they've done that led up to what got them where they are. And we talk big smack about it. But when it's a woman who ends up at the end of the day getting sexually assaulted, all that goes out the window. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's okay. It's not okay. You know what I'm saying? Because what I would like for her to learn from the situation is, if I'm in an establishment and I can find some fault with them and I can get millions of dollars, through a little loophole, but I would like her to learn first. Listen, when you go to the club and you have on a short dress, there's a way to dance in your dress, okay? Especially if you're not going to wear any undergarments, okay? We tend to if we're wearing dresses that are quite revealing, we tend to either tape our boobs or tape our dress to our boobs. You understand what I'm saying? We also, apart from the pantyhose, most of the time when women wear pantyhose, they wear a pair of panties. Well, I do. I wear a pair of panties on top of them. Okay? Not just underneath them. Because I like for my panties to stay up. My pantyhose to stay up. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't worn no pantyhose since I was a little kid. So, but when I was a young girl, that's how I used to wear them. And if I were going to wear pantyhose, that's how I would wear them. Another thing, we don't go nowhere by ourselves. We always go somewhere using the buddy system. They've been telling us that since the 90s. I don't even know if she was born in early 90s, whatever, 80s. But Somebody should have told her, and I think that she knew that, but sometimes we get in our way and we just want to do what we want to do because we think we grown, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes us thinking we so grown, we stop thinking. Okay. Another thing, not just for the girls, but for the young men, you know, if a girl has done too much, this is what I want to tell you guys. And this is what I'm going to have this conversation with my daughters, and I'm going to have this conversation with my adult son. And I'm going to use this particular scenario and situation as a 101 so I can see what they know, and whatever they don't know, I can school them and lace them and make sure that they know. Okay. Um, so yes, I have sons, adult sons in their 20s. All right. The last thing I want is for my young boys or my young men to go out there to the club and be digging on some girl and be dancing with her, and she get too loose, and he think he feeling. No, 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 no. I'm gonna have to tell my son, listen, if you gotta hold her up, first thing I want you to do is go get her some help, and then I want you to walk away. Boop. Even if you gotta go home. Okay? So it's a devastating situation, but what I'm really more concerned with is Harvey Weinstein, which is the man that got all this cracking, okay? He literally has 3 women accusing him of rape, and he has several others accusing him of sexual harassment, okay? This guy is still waiting to stand trial. He's trying to push the trial date back, to start way later again. He's the only one. Everybody else, I mean, oh my goodness, they don't went and seized Kelly's stuff. They don't went and done. I want to see all of this go down with Weinstein. He the one that got the Me Too movement cracking. Okay? Now I'm seeing a huge epidemic that's going on with the Me Too movement in the black community. And I'm not saying that the black community is above that, but what I am saying is don't try to jump on their stuff. You know what I'm saying? If y'all just gonna legit come out with, hey, this dude did wrong to me, let that be what it is. But don't try to jump on the Me Too movement. When she came out and did her press conference, and that lawyer got talking about Me Too, victim shaming, survivor, victim, um, um, uh, responsible, failure to, you know what I'm saying? I already knew what was about to come. And then she came with the Sunday's Best. You know what I'm saying? I knew what was about to happen. This is starting on her end. This is starting to lose track really of what the young man is doing. She's trying to build a case so she can get some millions. So she can be set for life. So I just want you guys to really understand. No, I'm not victim shaming, but I would have loved for her if she were going to come out here. Be yourself, baby. Be genuine and be authentic. Be a voice for the hood rats and the thoughts and this and all the other little young girls that's out here, throwing it to and fro, and people was looking at them in a certain kind of way. Be a voice for them. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to change up your image when you come out here now and want to look and appear a certain kind of way to the people so you can work on people's emotions and play on their emotions. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. So that's the part that I wasn't feeling, but somebody didn't like that I was commenting on it, which I'm able to do. And another thing, most of y'all that got so much to say, y'all don't even got no content. Y'all don't got where somebody can go on your channel or on your page and scrutinize you from top to bottom and all that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that, so you guys do a lot of this big talking, but you guys are really cowards, especially the ones that got that tough stuff to say. So I'm not going to stop giving my opinion. I'm never going to victim shame, but I am going to call a ball and a strike, okay? Whether you like it or not, okay? Are you mad or not? I'm just asking. So, You know, and again, for anybody, then the young man made a comment, you don't dress the same way when you go out on a date as when you go to church. Well, guess what? First of all, she's not at church. And guess what? Second of all, that day she was not on the date. She was at the club. And third of all, the way I dress when I go on a date, on any date I've ever been on, is the same way I dress if I go to church, or if I go to dinner, or if I go to the banquet, or if I don't have, this is what I do over here and this is what I do over there. Brandy stay the same year round for years. You know what I'm saying? And if, even in my younger days, you would never catch me letting it all hang out. You know, I would probably have me on some short shorts, and I know booty shorts, my cheeks ain't hanging out. I would probably have me on some fishnet stockings and some combat boots. Okay? And that was in my early 20s. So, his channel is called All Viral Access Media. That's Mike's channel. Sorry I jacked it up, but I'm giving it to you straight right now. So anyway, yeah, you know, I hate to have to be clapping, but you guys need to stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't just about, and I really think what's happening right now is they pushing this Me Too movement so they can try to push through a woman president. So I really think that a lot of this stuff has already kind of been strategized, and you guys y'all falling right into it. So anyway, but who am I? You know, I'm just somebody with awareness. But yeah, y'all leave Vanna White alone. Y'all leave One Truth alone. And my next video more than likely is going to be with my kids. We're gonna have this discussion. So y'all don't call me in a vulnerable state in this moment, because I had a long end of my day. But I did want to come through and finish this video. But again, you know, Miss Island, yes. I hope that you get justice. And Dominic, you know, only you know, and only God know, you know. And if you really wasn't intending no malice or no crazy stuff, or to be out of pocket or out of line or trying to hurt this girl or none of that, I pray that you get your justice too. But I also, you know, what I want to be done is what's right. I want it to be done righteously, with no other motives except for the wrong to be righted. And in that wrong being righted, it's important for people to accept their role and their responsibility. I know that we have a judicial system, and a lot of times they decide what it should be, or they say that you are getting judged by a jury of your peers, which a lot of times it's not. You know, your peers would be probably a group of young men, African American men, women who listen to a particular kind of music within the same age range, but that's typically not how it goes down. You know, people who are familiar with the culture and X, Y, and Z, so they can tell what it is, you know, they can understand what's going on, you know, not some 60-year-old European woman or man, you know, that already has their way feeling about something. So, or even a 50-year-old black man or woman, you know what I'm saying, who is kind of set in their ways, you know, nah. So I just say that, man, people need to just really start accepting responsibility for the parts that they have and the things that they do, you know. That's just what y'all need to do, for real. And y'all need to stop I wouldn't even, what is it? Right, y'all talking about victim shaming. What about witness shaming? Y'all witness shaming. Look at, what are you doing? You're doing the exact same thing. Somebody has an opinion, here you come, you opinion shaming. You trying to stifle my voice. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? So make your comment, make your opinion, and do it moving, just like I'm gonna do. Sure. So Anyway, miss me with all of that. I'm gonna let y'all know how I feel about all of that. Let me let y'all know how I feel about that. Boop. And this is the last thing I want to say. Opera nightclub. I did hear that the guy mentioned you guys didn't even reach out to say sorry, that you apologize, X, Y, and Z. And I'm going to tell you like this, okay? As a rule, as a true court case judge, Mathis connoisseur, you bet not, okay, reach out and say sorry, we apologize, or none of that, okay? Because in doing so is admission of guilt. All right? So you get your lawyers on it and you stay mum. Mum's the word. Okay? Just for legal purposes. You know, let the courts sort it out. But for real. Bye.